Alright, well remember last time when I was actually had the camera phone and I was at the clubhouse to show you how far the water has risen. We've had non-stop rain for a while now and some wind, because now it's starting to get a little bit more serious. And I don't really have to go all the way to like the clubhouse to actually show you how deep the water is. This is our driveway. Let's go put this on because it's pouring down rain. This is it right here. This is all water right here. See? If I go further, I go out there. This is gonna start. That's underwater. Parts of the backyard are underwater. I'm gonna dry my phone off once I get done with that. That's another reason why I couldn't use my regular camera that I use, because I don't want to ruin hundreds and hundreds of dollars of stuff. Whereas this thing is a little bit more waterproof, water resistant, whatever. And I'll show you what we got going on in our backyard. I kind of did my thumbnail picture of the last video in front of here. This is our backyard. Right out there. That's a fence line. There's never any water in this area. This is all just a ditch. Oh, now there is. I might be using these later on. Those are my kayaks. My kayaks that are under that are under tarps right now. I might have to use those to get around later. We'll see. I'll keep letting you guys know how everything's going. Oh, I forgot to mention that it is 2:52 in the afternoon. Where I did the video before, it was in the morning. Now it's a little bit further along in the process. We'll keep going with it. Let you know what's going on. The dogs absolutely hated us because we just took them out on a walk in our lake yard, waterfront property. You're gonna hear the good old windshield wipers. That street is fairly flooded. I don't know. Okay, so this intersection coming out of this one part of this area is fairly flooded. We're gonna go over and go to the clubhouse real quick. See what that looks like. Dude, that car is underwater. We're lucky where we live because our driveway only gets flooded at the very, very end. Wow, there's a car. You can't see it right now, and I'm driving, so I can't spin the camera around, but there's a car just shooting the water way the heck up. So, going to the actual... Wow. That's a lot of water right there. And it's only supposed to get worse from here. This ought to be interesting. I'm going down the middle of like the road because that's the best place to go, and there's no cars coming this way. It's just the sides are flooded so bad. So I don't know where you're watching this from. Like where you're watching this, it could be completely clear. Where I live at in South Florida, we got a tropical storm coming in. Well, they say this tropical storm could be a hurricane. There's this, of course, South Florida drivers. South Florida drivers, man. I'm going too slow for him, apparently, or her. Wow. It is looking different. I'll show you here a second what that area looked like before when I showed everybody that before. Alright, so there is the dock, and I'll zoom in a little bit. You can kind of see that it's completely underwater. That's where that one bird was earlier in the video that I did before. It is considerably higher. The roads are pretty much, a lot of them are underwater. The sun's starting to fade. There hasn't been much other than I would have the camera out more and just kind of show you even more and get some more video time, because I wanted to show you the big differences. It's hard to really tell. I mean, it's just constant rain and wind, and we're supposed to get more tonight, and I don't know what is actually going to happen. It's actually, the water's draining off a lot better than it has in the past. We're still flooded pretty bad. There's a golf course right across from me, and you can't really see it. I can pan around. It's on the other side of that house in the carport, on the other side of those tennis courts, and it's just water there. And it was like a little mini golf course, like a little 9-hole, I want to say 9-hole golf course, neighborhood golf course. That's been underwater for a while, even before this whole craziness. But I'm not going to go too far out. I'm not going to go like real. I mean, I might drive around a little bit to see if there's anything else crazy going on. I don't want to get trapped anywhere. So that's the main thing. I don't want to go down a road where I'll have to, I mean, either way I can do a U-turn and come back out. But if you go down the wrong way, and this car isn't anything big. It's not like a Jeep or a big truck that has the ability to go through a lot of stuff. So it's just a little Kia. So I can't be going through ridiculously deep water. So, well, other than that, I don't have that much else going on today. I'm going to be making up some dinner. I'm about ready to call it a day. Probably throw this on the computer, upload, and then I got stuff I got to do. It's been a long day of just getting stuff ready for this storm. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna talk to you all later. I'm going to probably cook up some chicken that I have sitting in the sous vide pot. Finish cooking that off, sit back, relax, and just take a load off, and get back with you maybe tomorrow, depending upon how crazy this is.